to me enough is enough. They just wanna hurt us, bring us down, bring us down. Enough is enough. We won't let them hurt us, bring us down, bring us down. Enough is enough. You won't bring us down, bring us down. Enough is enough. They just wanna hurt us, bring us down, bring us down. Enough is enough. We won't let them hurt us, bring us down, bring us down. Enough is enough. Enough is enough, is enough, is enough. Enough is enough. They're always taking us down. Enough is enough. We won't let them hurt us, bring us down.
Hey guys, welcome back to Queen of the Indies Corner with another episode of Under the Ropes. I'm your host as always, the Queen of the Indies, Tiffany. And today we were over the pond again with some heart and soul. Welcome my guest JJ Gale. What's up?
Hey, how you doing? It's great to be on the show. It's great to chat, and yeah, looking forward to having a conversation today.
Yeah, so the running joke was every time I have somebody from overseas on, it was like, do you have like the lotto numbers? So like, since you're 5 hours ahead of me, like, so I can go play, I'll split it with you if you give me the number.
I like that. I like it. Hey, look, if I get lucky, then maybe
All
we'll
right,
share this chat.
cool. It's like, but like, I'll be fair. We could split, you know.
Okay, we got to deal then. We got to deal. Okay.
Yeah, seriously. So, but guys, if you're new here to the Under the Rope series, here I interview everything independent wrestling, whether it's wrestlers, promoters, backstage, refs. I got you covered. If you guys got questions for JJ, please feel free. Drop it into the chat. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to answer all of your questions. All right, I already see like a whole bunch of names. It was like being silly, but now like I see the chat, it's coming up. So let me give some love in this chat. Megan's in the chat. She goes, let's go, JJ. Zach Minger's in the chat. He says, good morning, friends. It's National Junk Food Day.
Okay.
What is
That's
your
good to know.
favorite junk
That's
food?
That's a great question to kick things off. I guess this is junk food, but to me, it's food of the gods, and I have way too much of it. I'm a chocolate guy. I'm a
Ooh.
chocolate guy. I've
What kind
got a
though?
sweet tooth. There's all sorts. You know, I wanna get back to the US and try some of your like chocolate that you haven't got here. But over here in the UK, Cadbury, Galaxy, come on, they're your bread and butter when it comes to chocolate. I've been hearing people raving about the dark chocolate though, and that's meant to be real healthy for you. So I'm trying to make that transition. But
That's everybody's into nowadays is a dark. I'm not a big dark chocolate fan, but yeah, it's better for you. I think a lot of people like that. So yeah.
and pizza. Pizza's the other one. So
bring him some chocolate. Bring him
yes,
some chocolate.
please. Don't pay for my 8x10s. Just give me all the chocolate and pizza you got.
There you go. Ed's in the chat. He goes, happy Tuesday, everyone. Vegas says, I could agree with JJ. Galaxy is good. So All right. Oh, well, it would be very helpful if like I opened up my questions for the podcast. Like I thought I had it up there anyway. But you know what? Let's start it off. Obviously I know you. I've been watching you for a while, but for that fan that's watching this podcast, never seen you wrestle before, what's the, go-to match that, you would recommend to become an instant fan of yours?
A great question. Yeah, I think it's tough when you're a wrestler because you're your own biggest critic.
Yeah.
So to find that one match that you're 100% happy with is real tricky. But I've had some ones I've really enjoyed recently. I guess if you're a fan of the American scene, if you're maybe an American indie kind of fan and you're not as aware of the UK stuff, I was in the US last year, wrestled Charles Mason. I know that's a match you've seen, so maybe that's your go-to one. Maybe if that's someone you know. I really enjoyed that one. Big main event match for the PWJ title over in New Jersey, so I think that was a real solid one. In terms of like the UK, I think some of the matches that have kind of garnered the most attention. I know I wrestled Luke Jacobs at 2024 High Stakes. I think that was one of my first breakout sort of matches. And I know a lot of people were kind of hot on that one. It was a real kind of war. We'd been building up to that match for a month or so. And when it came to it, it's a slugfest, right? You're aware of Luke. I'm sure some of your fans are as well.
Yeah.
Hard, heavy hitting guy in the UK. It's a chance for me to kind of stand up and say I can hit with the hardest and go at that level. So that was a big one that I know got a lot of attention. And then for me personally, one of my favourites was against Tomohiro Ishii at the Copper Box Arena, London, in Rev Pro's anniversary show in 2024. So that's another big one for me. But to be honest, there's been loads of hidden gems along the way that I'm probably going to forget about. But in terms of like big moments, big stages, big matches, I think there's some ones to check out for sure.
And I love it too because like when I was putting the descriptions together into my channels for you, and then like I clipped onto your YouTube channel, you can find that too. So if like you're not familiar with him, he uploads like a whole bunch. Like I saw even like the clips with Ishii yesterday and everything. So like thank you for doing that stuff. I wish more wrestlers would put like their matches like on easy access for us.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. Sometimes it's getting that permission from the promotion and stuff. Can we use this? Can we put this out? Do you want to do it? And also it's the technical side of it, right? Getting that footage in and putting it out. I'm rubbish with technology. I've got a whole like group of people that help me out with this stuff because I'm not really a tech guy.
Yeah.
But I think it's so important, like you say, for like reaching new people, coming across new wrestlers and seeing their work, whether it's highlights, whether it's promos, whether it's matches. I always say like this amount of people see you live. Maybe this amount of people see you on demand. Yeah. Social media, YouTube, all these things, it can go worldwide if you reach the right people. So pumping that stuff out there, I think, is only going to help our visibility and hopefully create new fans that I can meet at shows.
Yes. Love that. So, what's it called? You are coming back to the States at PWJ. We're going to put that up since you brought up PWJ. And again, like, watch this match with him and Mason. I kind of wish I was there for it, but that's okay. I bought my ticket. I'm coming to PWJ. Go give some love over to those guys as well. They're doing great stuff as well. So I'm excited. So any thoughts of who you want to wrestle at that show?
Love that, yeah. So, I mean, it was my first time there in November, and I know they bring a lot of guys in, a lot of top names. So I'm sport for choice, really, in terms of who would I like to wrestle. There's a whole load of guys there. I watched a lot of the matches when I was there last time. A couple bigger names, more well-known names, I guess, really, that were on shows when I was there that I'd love to get in and tie up with. One of them, TJP. Mm-hmm. I've heard a couple of fans kind of say they'd like to see that one. I'd love to get in there and test myself with him. We had a great chat backstage at the last show, and I'd love to pick his brain and sort of test myself against him one-on-one in the ring. So that's definitely one. I know they had Eddie Kingston in on a show earlier this year, I think. Who doesn't want to get in there and fight Eddie Kingston, right? That's the way to test your minerals. And then a guy that I wasn't actually too aware of before I was out on the show, but I was really impressed with the match he had in November last year, and I've kind of followed his work since. Is Ryan Clancy. I know he's out on the shelf at the moment, which sucks, and I've been chatting with him and hoping he's kind of going to make a speedy recovery. But I really like what he's doing. I think it's real unique, and there's a real sense of like British flair to his act and the stuff he does and the way he wrestles. So I'd really like to get in there with him at some point. I think he's got a real cool style, and I'd like to see how we mesh, and that's a match I'd like to have for sure.
Oh, this is all
saying all of that, I got a bone to pick with Charles Mason because he got the win last time narrowly. So, I think that rematch has got to happen. I've been lobbying for it to happen over here in the UK, but if it has to happen in the States, then I do want that rematch too.
Oh, that would be kind of cool to see him over there as well. So like, I love the back and forth. You and Clancy is just, oh my God, dear to my heart. Oh my God, I'd lose my shit.
Can I throw it back to you and anyone in the chat who's listening? Who would they want to see me wrestle out in the US? I'm gonna throw that into this and see what people say.
Nick
Or have I
Wayne,
jumped the gun here already?
Nick Wade already just got announced for that show too. Nick Wade, I've been supporting for years, way before AEW. Nick Wayne's been on this podcast. I adore him. He has the perfect bridge, and so does Clancy. So like I would love. There's just too many. There's just too many wrestlers that I want, but I'd be down for that. But wait, let me pause into the chat. I know I'm gonna say this name wrong, and I apologize because I'm from New York and I can't speak correctly. So Shahirno, I always see you on Instagram. So it says JJ with the fire. Megan says, when is JJ coming back to ASW South? Long time no see.
Well, hopefully very soon. Hopefully there's something in the pipeline there. I always love performing for All Star South. It's a place I used to train for a long bit as well, actually. The training school they've got there with Joel Redman. I'm not sure if you're aware of his work. Great place. They're bringing out a great crop of guys. Tristan Angels in the WWE. He was trained from the ground up there. I was there for his first training session. So like they're producing stars there, and they're some of the best quality training schools in the UK, I believe. The way they teach people from the ground up the right way, drill those fundamentals before moving them on to anything else. And the shows they're putting on are going from strength to strength, what I can see in terms of professionalism and the way they're produced. So hell, hopefully very soon I get back there, and I look forward to that happening when it does.
Awesome. Seeing JJ live is just amazing. Harry's in the chat. What's up, Harry? He says, good morning. We got coffee. We got the Buc-ee's mug for the first time that I went to Buc-ee's. Make it to JJ versus Tristan Angels. He knows who I mean. So there you go.
There it is. See?
Let's make it all happen, So all right, so I want to talk about Rev Pro, and just so you guys know, like I blame Joe Lando for like my absolute love, but I adore the shit out of him because he has brought me to all you guys. So I love it for you. There's so much to talk with Rev Pro. So let's talk about, like, are you good? Because you just had this amazing strap match, all right, which I watched it on the plane coming back, and I was like, I have to watch this match.
Nice.
You guys beat the hell out of each other. There's so much history there. But are you good? You good?
I'm good. I mean, I could take the shirt off now and show you. I've still got some marks on my back from some of those whips that I took from David Francisco, so I'm still nursing them. There's a big one here as well. Ooh. But what's new? We're used to taking a beating, so I'm on recovery. And the good news is I beat his ass. I beat him. I ended this 18 months of my career in Rev Pro has been consumed by David Francisco. I've said it time and time again. I've moved on. I've done other things. I've challenged for the British heavyweight title. I've been in tournaments. I've had other opportunities, but it always comes back to David. He's kind of been that thorn in my side. And I felt like I needed to beat him in a match like the strap match, which is something he proposed. He was the one who said, let's finish this in a strap match. We're tied to each other, and if you've seen the match, didn't necessarily stay that way all the time. Things were pretty brutal, but as much as he tried to get away, I'll get him back on that strap. And the bottom line is I beat him, and it's time to move on. We're a few weeks away from Wembley, and my full focus is on that. I mean, maybe there's a bit more stuff if you saw what happened after the match. I don't know if people have seen it, but TK Cooper's reared his ugly head back at me. So I think my story, my reoccurring story in Rev Pro is no matter how far I keep trying to get ahead, something comes in. There's roadblock after roadblock, but I appreciate that. I like it. I welcome the adversity, and whatever's in front of me, I'm just trying to knock it down because my eyes are focused forward. I'm going to be British heavyweight champion one day, and whatever it is I need to get through to get there, I'm going to do it. David Francisco's done. TK Cooper's next, and then we carry on that journey.
Moving on to the list, keep going. So, but let's talk, okay? Because I had Jay Joshua on this podcast like over a month ago. I love him to death, and your guys' match, and we really got into details for this match with it, and he had said that he couldn't believe that you guys went 28 minutes, that it didn't feel like it. Like me sitting here watching this match, it did not feel like 28 minutes. It was like on edge the entire time of the couch of how amazing this match is. So I feel like this is definitely one of the matches that if people are not familiar with you, this is the match that they should definitely check out with you guys. So talk to us about
I think
that.
you're right. I think maybe the fact that was so recent, it didn't pop to mind because these are kind of like the historical matches that I've had that I know people have spoken highly of. But yeah, that was a big one. It's the first time I fought for the British Heavyweight Championship. In my opinion, the most prestigious championship in European wrestling. Definitely British wrestling. So it's a huge opportunity. It's a huge opportunity to fulfill this career-long journey, and that was very much the story going into it. You know, the unstoppable champion and someone like me that grinded from the very bottom of the ladder all the way to the top to get this opportunity. And yeah, it was a war. I didn't win, but I made Jay fight to keep that title. And like you said, I think we went 27, 28 minutes, which, like I said, didn't feel like it in there. But I think it was such a knockdown, just a slugfest, really, strike for strike. I mean, that brother hits hard. So you got to match that, otherwise you're not going to last that long. So yeah, really happy with that one. That was a really fun one, and hopefully we get to run that back to just very soon.
Yeah,
we're one apiece now. One apiece. I beat him 24. He beat me 26. So I think we've got that rubber match coming in the future.
You have to come here and run that.
Hell yeah! Let's do it.
I want to sit there. I want to sit there and scream for this match, like full TIFF energy for this match, like so good.
JJ Derby is what they call it.
Oh, so good, so good. So definitely go check that. If you guys are not subscribed to Rev Pro, please go subscribe. It's only like, for us, it's like almost like $9 in American dollars, pretty much. So what else is going on in this chat? John in chat says, when will you be back at ROE?
I don't think that will be happening, to be totally honest. I was there in last month, and pretty well documented online. I don't want to give it too much time and attention, but there were some controversial events at that show that I think me and the rest of the locker room were not really best pleased with. As a result, we kind of brought this up privately with the promoter and the backstage team, and I know on that show I technically won the championship. There was no championship. There was some controversy around where the championship was. So I think a lot of the fans maybe were looking forward to having me come back and finally win that championship and have the physical championship in hand. But unfortunately, due to some of the events that happened behind the scenes and the professionalism of that, I personally spoke with the team, and although I didn't want to publicize it too much and make it about me, so there's a lot of things that happened that weekend at that show which really is nothing about me. I did kind of step aside and say that I will no longer be working with them. But that being said, I would love to return to Austria. So if there's other promotions out there that you guys want to see me in, then get chatting, tell them you want to see me there. And I'm not saying it's the last time I'll be in the country, but unfortunately me and ROE are parted ways for now.
Hey, listen, we are like powerful, the fans out here. If you keep like having a whole bunch and like posting on social media, it brings the attention to the promoters, and they're like, oh, okay, like everybody wants this person to come. So, you know, do your part, go post it wherever you want to see him and everything. So, but let's see, we got more in the chat. Let's see. So, Shaw says JJ versus Sheamus at Wembury. Put in the praying emojis. Wembury's going to be crazy.
Talk about dream match. I mean, hell yeah. I mean, if we can get Sheamus in, then that is, you talk about a fight. Jay Joshua hits hard, but I think if there's one person who's going to hit harder than him, it's going to be Sheamus, right? And fresh off his WWE release, that would be wicked. Hey, we can dream. We can dream, brother.
There's a lot of hard hitters. Like I can't wait for you to come to the States, you know, because there's a lot here. And when Jay Joshua came here, he said there's a lot of big dudes here. And there's some heavy chops, heavy hitters in the States. I just witnessed like a 4-way the other day that was crazy. So yeah, but you know, so let's go back to that. With you coming here, I know you named like a couple of names, you know, for PWJ, but let's go as a whole. Is there anybody that's caught your eye? It could be anywhere. It doesn't have to be New York, New Jersey. You know, as a whole in the States, is there anybody that's like caught your attention? You're like, oh man, I got to make this happen.
I think there's a lot of guys, right? And there's you I don't want to say flavor of the months, but different people are kind of getting different attention as time goes on. Maybe they have that one match. There's a lot of guys out there, and a lot of the guys that kind of I've wanted to wrestle for a while. Maybe they've then taken that next step up to start working really one stuff. Jordan Oliver, I know he's not necessarily like an indie guy now. He's got that AEW contract, but he's someone that we've kind of crossed paths. We're like ships in the night. We've been on shows together, but we've never had that one-on-one match. So I'd love to test myself against him as well. I think there's a whole bunch of guys, to be honest, but it's hard to narrow it down. I think being at that show at PWJ and seeing that kind of group of guys made me more so ready to kind of work with those guys. But I'm sure there's a whole load of guys that I haven't even come across yet. There's so many talented wrestlers across the world, even in the UK. I know there's so many hidden gems that people aren't aware of. So I'm open to anything. Whoever's out there, whoever wants to get in there and tie it up, let's do it. Whatever the fans want to see, most importantly, then I want to deliver on that.
Yeah. Shaw says, don't keep my boy in the States for too long. I'm keeping them. I'm telling you, when they come here, they're not going home. Like, if Joe and Danny come here, I'm kidnapping them because they're not going back. If Jay comes, like both JJs, if they're coming here, I'm keeping them.
Hey, look, there's plenty to go around. We'll be here, we'll be there, we'll be worldwide.
I'm keeping them. I'm sorry. Like, no, like, I'll send you some of my guys. I'm going to keep some of the guys over here. So, all right. So let's talk about this because, like, even me, like, I'm still new into, like, the UK scene. And, like, thank God, like, you know, like, I find you guys and I've been following you guys. So, like, I've been finding a lot of great promotions. So like Attack Wrestling, you know, I've been following Chemicraze, like Riot. So it's been amazing. So, but what are some promotions that you would recommend that we should be checking out?
I mean, you just named off some great ones there. Attack has been kind of one of those ones that's been quietly consistent, I think. I've never actually worked with Attack, so that's definitely a goal on this side that I'd love to sort of get in there and tie up with those guys, but they've been putting on some kind of cult classic shows for years. Obviously, I'm a Rev Pro guy, so I'm gonna sing the praises of them and the stuff that we're putting on and the level and quality of professional wrestling that we're putting out week in and week out. Yeah. I don't think there's anyone else in Europe that's consistently putting out great quality pro wrestling and stories and match quality like we are, and we're growing and we're hitting new venues and we're all over the UK now. You know, we used to be sort of a London Southern based promotion in a lot of people's eyes, but we are all over now, and we're running Wembley Arena, and it's not every day that an independent promotion can do that, so that's huge. Riot Cabaret, so fun. I'm a part of the franchise there, which is this whole cool, fun faction, sort of football inspired. They do the Slam Ball, which is a whole concept where you have these tag team matches, or there's a huge 5-on-5 Slam Ball match happening at All In Weekend. It's the night before Rev Pro at Wembley Arena, and it's going to be the franchise, myself, Trent Seven, Leighton Buzzard, Charlie Sterling, who's out on the injured list, and Brendan White. So, I mean, whether we get a replacement for Charlie, I'm not sure. Whether Charlie's going to be fit, we're going to have to wait and see, against Sunshine Machine and whoever their three teammates are going to be. They're going to be surprises. And if you know one thing about Riot Cabaret, they deliver a surprise. They're great production for their shows. They're fun. And like I said, the slam ball concept is all about whoever can get the most body slams in a match. And then it gets tallied up like a soccer game, I'll say for you guys, or a football game, as we'd say. So they're doing some really original, fun stuff, and it's in the name Riot Cabaret. It's just a different, fun, unique product. You know, there's some smaller promotions that are just coming up. I'm currently champion of Grand Slam Wrestling, and you know, I'd just sing their praises and say, you know, they're very new to the scene and maybe haven't got the visibility that other promotions have got, but they're a professionally run, set up company that are giving younger guys the opportunity to kind of showcase what they've got. And we're working at some real prestigious, nice venues, and we're growing as well. So I definitely check those guys out. You know, the guys at New Wave, I'm not really involved with them, but that scene that Brendan's sort of curated in Wales, and that's now expanding out to the Midlands of the UK and over in Canada and stuff. I think they're producing some really good stuff. There's so much stuff. We're spoiled really in the UK for pro wrestling. Every weekend you can find a good quality show somewhere. So if you find yourself in the UK, come watch some wrestling. And if you're not coming to the UK, then get yourself to the UK. And I think All In Weekend is probably the best time to do it, because it is our WrestleMania week and there's going to be so much wrestling, just spoiled for choice.
I need to come because, like, I mean, obviously I can't make this year because I had already planned my trip for the SCI tournament last week. Sure. But that's my next goal. My next save goal is I'm coming. And I was talking to Gio, who runs Ichiban Wrestling and PWCs. And he's coming on next week on the podcast to chat. And we had a whole conversation. He was saying that if I come to the UK, that I can kind of make a full, like, week of wrestling. And I was like, that's what I want to do. Like, I want to come to like all, like even New Wave. Like I've watched some stuff from that as well. And yeah, it's hot over there. Like I gotta come.
The good thing is for you, you can travel. The shows might be all over the country, but it's the UK, so you can travel across the UK easily. You know, you're not having to catch flights. You can get around, and then there's wrestling all over the country that you sport for you.
Yeah. Oh man, this chat is hot. All right, let's see. Shaw says, I've been to the last 3 Rev Pro shows in London, and each time has somehow been better than the last. It's genuinely amazing. So, ASP says, who is your favorite mass wrestler in the UK?
Wrestler in the UK, God, you know, there's some great guys. Mass wrestler. I mean, the first ones that always come to mind, I think they really built names themselves, are the Lycos boys. They're over out in Noah, obviously killing it. Especially, I guess there's only Kid Lycos 2 with a mask now, but those boys obviously have really made a name for themselves mask-wise. I mean, you've got young guys coming up, like the Guildford Butcher. He's obviously making a name for himself. I'm not sure how many people are aware of his work, but yeah, I think he's one to watch in the future. But yeah, I mean, I think we're starved of luchadors, though, really. You know what I'm saying about that? But I think there's a spot there for someone to really break out of that top higher level. Like I say, since the Lycos guys have gone over, like, maybe that's a gap in the market. So any young wrestlers looking to figure out what they're gonna present and bring to the table, maybe the UK's crying out for a next luchador star.
Ooh, we don't know. You don't know. Shah says heel JJ and Riot is weird. I'm too used to him being a baby face.
I love it. Look, it's true. I'm like the perennial white meat baby face, heart and soul, you know, fighting for what's right. But it's fun to kind of let that other side come out, you know. Those fans are so passionate. They love getting involved in the stories that we present. So really antagonizing them with the franchise, I really enjoy. So you might see more of that.
I know my friend Susan said that she just wants to come in here and like boo you. She probably not around to watch it, so she'll probably watch it later. But she had told me she was going to come in here and boo you. So. Let's see. Simon's in chat. Can you do more of your famous touch the corner strap match, please?
Can I do more of it? Wow. Who knows? Who knows? All right. I feel like that needs to come out at the correct moment, and to pay off that long feud with David being tied to the strap. Hey, that's what we needed to do. I mean, in my personal opinion, would I have loved to beat him 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring? Yes. But if I've got to drag his lifeless body around the ring and touch 4 corners, then so be it. So I drilled his head with a Gale Force, and that's exactly what I did. Hey, there might be more strap matches. We'll see.
Another thing I definitely want to bring up, I know I talked even like with Cameron Kai. I don't know. I hashtag shout out to Queen of Any, hashtag wrestling fashion. So I always think about her. But one of the things I always notice is like gear or like the jackets and everything. So I feel like we need to give more love to the gear makers out there. So I love when you come out with your gear and the jacket and everything. So I don't know if you want to like elaborate a little bit and give some love to your gear maker.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it's such an important part of wrestling, and it's something I always enjoyed as a fan, is like seeing these elaborate outfits. And I mean, wrestling really is a blank canvas. You can create and make what you want, right? And I think that's kind of what's cool about it, is you can be as creative and different and unique and trial stuff out as much as you want. And for me, I was kind of, you know, I had the trunks, I had the knee pads, the kick pads, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking, what else do I need? What else can I add to my act to just make me stand out a little bit more or look a little different? And I remember how much I used to love the jackets. Like I always used to have Edge's jacket when he'd come out, and then the luchador outfits can be so elaborate. So I kind of just touched upon a few different things to design the jacket that I come out with now. Big shout out, a guy called Lou Bird out in America made that for me. So he's super talented in what he can do. There's a hell of a load of great gear makers out here in the UK as well. I work with Broken Heel as well. But yeah, I think just putting those bits together just adds so much excitement. And when you've got those big shows bringing out the new gear, it's just those things I've always enjoyed. You know, WrestleMania comes around, you can get all the new sets of gear. So I think if we can bring that into independent wrestling much as possible, it's just fun, right? Yeah. But yeah, I love the gear. I think the jacket just elevated to a new level, and it's kind of it's part of the experience that you watch JJ Gale now, like you say, coming out in that.
Love that very much. So all right, let's see. Let's do some of these fan tweets over here. So this one's from Bobby. He says, would you ever want to go after the AEW National Championship?
Would I ever? I'll think about it. Yeah, why not? Of course, right? Of course.
That's a cop-out question, Bobby.
Of course I would. Yeah. I mean, Hey, look, any championship I'm hungry for, but one on that level and that standard, hell yeah, of course. So if the opportunity presents itself, I got to go out and get the opportunity, then I will. But yeah, absolutely, no brainer.
We've been getting like a lot of AW Ring of Honor like title shots at Rev Pro lately, which is crazy.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, to pull back the curtain a little bit, there's been times before where there's been opportunities where these kind of things might happen, and it's like in wrestling, there's so many different factors of things that can get involved, and maybe they haven't materialized. But I think it's always possible, especially the way AEW do business and Ring of Honor do business. There's always that crossover with the independents that is possible. I mean, you saw Joe Lando fight Dunzilla Mark Davis the other day, so it can happen. And if the opportunity presents itself, I'm ready and waiting.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you guys are like even like coming out here and defending. Now we got Manders and Thomas Shire with the Rev Pro Tag Team Champions as well. They're coming here. I mean, Lando came here also too with the British Rev Cruiserweight Championship against Clancy. That's how I found Joe.
Oh, cool. That's the match I found him. Nice.
This was the perfect match for me because it was all bridges and shooting stars, and I was in love, and that's it. So, but like I said, he brought me to all you guys. So like, I love it. So now we're blessed everybody in the States with you guys as well. So, all right, let's see. We have another fan tweet. Shout out to Good Cop, Bad Cop. I was surprised he's not in here, causing havoc into the chat, but he did leave a fan tweet. So he says, with JJ Gale having 0 anagrams, but wrestler Mr. Gale being an anagram of Wrestle Mr. Regal, are there any legends of the business you wish you could jump in a time machine and go wrestle?
Yeah, I think so. I think like an obvious answer for a lot of guys is someone like Eddie Guerrero. I think if you're a wrestler, you've watched his work and you appreciate that. Hell yeah, I'd love to get in there with William Regal if the time was right. I've always said that one of my dream matches would be Rey Mysterio. I just think he's one of the absolute goats to ever do this for the period that he's been wrestling at such a high level and been so innovative. And if you look at his early work, by God, that'd be sick. Jushin Liger as well, another one. I think they're two guys that it's definitely stateside. Innovated that kind of junior heavyweight style and brought that to the mainstream. So getting in there with guys like that would be real cool.
Yeah. Let's see what else is. I see more stuff into the. If I'm missing it, I'm sorry. I think my chat's being. Okay, wait. Here we go. I apologize. For some reason, it wasn't like working. Shah says Pro Wrestling Eve, Hustle, Progress, Ichiban, Pro Wrestling Ceasefire. So many. But thank you. Like I love the guys. You guys are schooling me. Let's see. Ash says, do you think that there could be a Guildford Butcher 2 like Kid Lycos 2?
A Guildford Butcher 2?
Yeah.
Maybe. You never know. I mean, I think the Guildford Butcher's probably got to make a bit more of a name for himself and come up through the UK scene.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, he's new to the scene. But, who knows? Who knows? We've seen it before. But who knows?
That's awesome. Oh, there was a lot. Okay, I'm sorry. It didn't like refresh. Let's see. As it says, what is JJ's favorite craft IP beer? Okay, I'm here for this question.
Who asked this?
It says SS. Hold on a second. Is it SS Prags? So I know I'm gonna scroll this up because it's like a bunch of like letters. So. Yeah.
Okay. God, I do. I mean, hey, this person must have found a podcast clip or someone or somewhere knows that I'm a fan of my beers, a fan of my IPAs as well. There's some great sort of like independent ones that you can find at different breweries here. Mainstream, I do love a Neck Oil. It's always a solid shout, and a Gamma Ray. They're both good. But yeah, I think you can get some real good sort of independent breweries that draft up their own ones that are real nice as well.
All right, so we're going for some. I'm a IPA girl, so let's go. We're gonna go when you come.
You gotta let me know where to go when I'm next in the States.
I got you. And I gotta take you for some New York pizza as well. So
well, that's great. I was about to mention I went to Grimaldi's last time I was there.
Oh, okay. I gotta take you to the spot that I take all the wrestlers to.
Okay.
So it's Carmela's. It's in Long Island actually, but
cool.
I've taken promoters there. I've taken like anybody that like doesn't live in New York. That's where I take them. So like when
Love
you
that.
walk in, your eyes are gonna be like big because it's not just like the regular slices. They have all the specialty slices. So like you'll see like crazy like pesto and marinara, you know, slices. You'll see breadcrumb slices, like, you know, like the thin small pepperoni slices. And I got you.
Love that. I'm all over it. Look at my language.
See, Shaw says, by the way, the Gale Force is an insane finisher. How did you come up with it?
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's pretty synonymous with me, the Gale Force. So the story behind that. So the guy who I give credit to giving the move to me told me the other day that he says, I asked, can I do the move? And he said, yeah, I think you can. But the way I remember it was probably 2018, 2019, maybe. I was at the Portsmouth School of Wrestling when I was training there regularly. And I was just I was at that stage in my career where like I wanted my own unique move set. And I'm trying to think, what can I do that's different or what can I do that's cool? And the way I remember it is a guy called Rob the Gob Lias, who now wrestles under the gimmick Spiral. We were training together at the time, and he just kind of looked at me. It was a bit of free time at the end of the session where people could try out new stuff, and he went, do you reckon you could do a springboard cutter, but with the corkscrew? And I was like, maybe. He says that I asked him that. One of us had the idea, this would be cool, do you think you could do it? And we tried it, and it kind of worked. After a couple of attempts, we realized once you get the corkscrew down and find the guy, it's there. Mm-hmm. And I've kind of been using it ever since. And obviously, the more popular and the more I got out in the wrestling scene, the more well-known the move was. But yeah, it's my signature move, it's my finishing move, and it's won me some big matches. So I appreciate that. Thanks for showing it the love.
Love that. Simon says he looks like the type who drinks IPA in all fairness.
I do get that a lot. The boys like to rib me. Cameron Kai likes to rib me for that one, for being an IPA drinker. So I'll take it on the chin.
I'll fight Cameron Kai. I like IPA. I'll fight him.
Let's have it. Team IPA here. Mixed tag match with Cameron Kai, whoever he can find.
We're going. I can't. I messaged him the other day. What was it? One of the matches or whatever. I was like, dude, I was waiting for your locomotion spot. And he was laughing at me. And he was like, next time. And I was like, all right, cool. I was like, bet. All right, let's see. Matt's in the chat. He says, good morning, everyone. He goes, JJ, you and Jay Joshua had an incredible match for the British Heavyweight Championship at the Rev Pro Rumble.
Yes, that's the match we touched on earlier, but I appreciate you showing it to the love. Like I said earlier, I'm ready to run that back whenever. He might not be champion at the moment, but like I say, one apiece. So I think when the time's right, we've got that grudge match to happen. Rubber match.
Absolutely. All right, we have another fan tweet. Kaya told me she found you at Pro Wrestling Junkies show. So we were talking about that the other day, and then she's like, I love him. And I was like, so tell me what question you want me to ask him. And then she's like, you know. And I was like, oh, okay. So it's the infamous question on this podcast. So
okay.
Do you put your cereal in first and then your milk? Or do you put your milk in first and then your cereal?
Okay, well now we're getting into the real questions, eh? For me, it's a no-brainer, right? Cereal then milk.
You'd be surprised.
I don't know. Is that controversial? I think it's a no-brainer.
This podcast has shown some true colors.
Yeah, I don't know how we feel about that. I think you can't be trusting someone who puts the milk in first and then the cereal. There's just something untrustworthy there. Shall I give you the British version of that question?
If you like.
So the one we do here. You're aware of scones? Like a British or English cream tea. It's like a doughy, cakey sort of thing. It's very
okay,
British.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
And we have it here with cream and jam. And the age-old question is, what comes first, the cream or the jam? So I'll ask you now. What would you say? Like clotted cream or jam?
I don't like either.
Okay, you just bypass it, which is a safe option. So, anyway, we've gone on a bit too much of a tangent here. You know, cereal, scones. Maybe we get back to the wrestling. But if you come to the UK and you get asked that one, it's kind of like So anybody
going forward that's from the UK, I have to ask them that question, right?
Yeah, I think so. That'd be
Okay.
interesting.
So we'll put it there for like the next time for the podcast. Let's see. In the chat, Shasta, how was it wrestling Zack Sabre Jr.? I need to watch it.
Yeah, well, you can find that match on Ripper on Demand. It was great. It was one of those first matches I had where I had to sort of raise my level to a worldwide star and sink or swim. So it was a story we built up for about a year. Started with me eliminating him in the Revolution Rumble in March, which at the time was to anyone it'd be a huge upset, but especially them where I was kind of only just really, I'd say it was kind of the start of my rise in Rev Pro. From just being a guy in the background to like, holy shit, he's just eliminated Zack Sabre Jr. from the Rumble. Zack was pretty pissed. He came back in, he attacked me, and then I ended up getting eliminated because of that. So that started setting into motion the whole story there, where I wanted my revenge and I wanted him, and Zack was bypassing me and palming me off, and then I had to go through Kosei Fujita at the Cobble Box. And if I won that match, Zack said he'd think about giving me the match, and then it all ended at the end of that year at Uprising 2023, I want to say. And yeah, me and Zack opened up that show, and it was high pressure situation because you want to deliver. You're in there, one of the best in the world, one of the best to come out of our country. But yeah, I was really happy with the match, and it was a great learning experience. Another guy who hits hard and stretches you. But yeah, I really enjoyed that, and would love to run that back because I feel like 3 years on now, completely different professional wrestler, and that match will look completely different.
He's so sweet. I finally, after I've seen him wrestle in person in the States plenty of times, even like Ring of Honor in Manhattan years ago before AEW existed and everything. And then he was just at the Produce show a couple weeks ago. And then I finally got to chat with him. Oh, he's so sweet. Like, he's such the nicest person. We're talking about like art gallery and everything. And he's just awesome.
Yeah,
he's definitely one of my faves. Awesome.
Real lovely guy.
Let's see what else in chat. Okay, cool. All right, so things you like to do when you're not wrestling.
Okay, cool. But I think any wrestler would tell you that being a pro wrestler takes up a lot of your time and a lot of your energy, and the adjacent stuff to that, like training in the gym, all your social media stuff. But when I'm not doing anything wrestling related, I like to live a pretty chill, like calm lifestyle. I'm into my music, so I like to go and see live gigs. I just love to be out in nature. I grew up in a very rural part of England, so whenever I can get back here and reconnect with that and family and friends, chill out, maybe sip a cold IPA, maybe enjoy a little bit of stuff, so yeah, nothing crazy, I don't think. I love the gym. I guess that comes with the territory of being a pro wrestler. And just, being in nature, getting to the beach, getting in the sea, getting out, going on some hikes and stuff, enjoying some music. They're kind of the main things for me.
Awesome. All right, so I have 2 final questions for you. If you guys have anything into the chat, please drop it, and then we're going to play a game. All right, so we're halfway through the year. What are some goals you'd like to accomplish by the end?
Great question. So I ended last year in Japan with 01 Pro Wrestling, which was a great experience to sort of tour that country and check out Tokyo and wrestle in front of those fans. Is a very unique experience. So I'd definitely like to get back to Japan at some point. I would say get back to America, but as we've already talked about, that's been announced. I've got the PWJ show on November 22nd. But while I'm there, I'd love to wrestle as much as possible in the US. So, getting out to some new places out there and getting in front of as many fans, wrestling as many different wrestlers out there in the US as possible is another big goal. I've been with Rev Pro for a long time now, so to get that first coveted Rev Pro championship, whether that's the heavyweight championship, tag team championship, if I've got to cut down and go for that cruiserweight title, so be it, but I'd love to win a championship there in what I regard as my home promotion. And then they're probably the main ones, I think just keep working on myself, keep going. I think, there's even something like the PWI list. I know that it's very controversial and some people say it doesn't matter. It doesn't, it doesn't mean anything. But I think to be a part of that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I think that means you're recognized as someone who's, do I think that the rankings of that make you the best wrestler in the world? Wrestling's subjective. No, I don't. But I think to be in that conversation and to be recognized, and I think it's a great platform for people to be like, who's this guy? Where's he from? And find your work that way. So to maybe be included in that list for the first time would be real cool as well. So there's a few goals that spring to mind.
100%. So fingers crossed. We're putting it out there. We're manifesting pretty much, as we always say. So, all right. So my final question, very important to me, very dear to my heart onto this podcast, hashtag wrestling with positivity, because we live in a world of negativity with wrestling.
Yes.
I like to focus on the positive. So, is there anything you can think of that maybe a wrestler's done for you, you've done for a wrestler, maybe a fan's done for you, maybe something you done for a fan, something that we wouldn't know unless you shared this story?
God, yeah, loads. I mean, I think the fans show indie wrestlers so much love. And I think it's, it's appreciated by all of us. If they're not buying the tickets to come watch the shows, if they're not shouting like yourself, you're always shouting about us on social media and sharing our clips and putting us over and saying, check this guy out. Without that, it's a harder job for us to reach new people, to keep growing, to keep climbing that ladder of success. So I think the fans are so important in our success and helping us achieve all the big moments that we do. I always love it when they bring gifts as well. I mean, especially in the UK, we've got fans the bracelets is a big thing, right? When you get them, but also there's been some real creative stuff. Anytime someone takes the time to paint or draw you, I think it's really humbling because they value you and the performances you give them and the escape you give them when they watch you wrestle enough that they want to sit down and create this piece of art of you, which I think is so cool and humbling. So that's always really special. In terms of like wrestlers, I think there's so many good wrestlers that will just. For example, I'm coming to the United States, and I've reached out to a few people, and so many guys have just been like, "Of course, I'm going to help you out. Here's a list of guys. Here's a list of places. Here, do this." And sometimes that's all it takes. Is just helping one guy out that just gives him this foot up to get this opportunity and get that. And I think the more that we can do that and not gatekeep, then the more success all professional wrestlers and independent wrestlers have, which means the more we raise the scene and the industry and the art form, and the bigger and better it is for everyone. So I think it's a great message you're putting out of the podcast, and a great thing for everyone to do is just help each other out and spread positivity and let's grow together as a scene.
Love that. Definitely. Thank you for that. I see more questions in the chat. Shaw says, how did he get his entrance theme?
I know that's a big one. People love the music, and it's a banger. It's a banger. Burned by Quantana is the name and the artist of my entrance music. So with that one, the story behind that is, I believe the band, a pretty small band here in the UK, or not, they're not a famous band, they're not in the charts or anything. They've kind of got their own sort of niche thing going on. They reached out to Rev Pro, I believe, and said, here's our new album. We're a big fan of Rev Pro and the work you guys do. If you would like to use any of our songs as entrance music or maybe like a theme song, then you're more than welcome. And then I had a chat with Andy Quilden, Rev Pro promoter, and he kind of said, I think this song really fits you and where you're at in your journey right now in your career. And at the time I was tagging with Callum Newman. We were tag teaming Rev Pro. We were just about to split and go our separate ways. And it kind of felt like that song really encapsulated where I was at in my career. And it's been a blessing because it's, you have the boys singing it in the back, you have the fans singing it out in the crowd, and it's just another thing to connect to for them with me. And it's the coolest thing when you're in the ring and you've got everyone singing your music, and it's a banger. I'm always getting fans and people, and even like the boys in the back coming up to me and being like, that's been added to the playlist, that's in the gym playlist. I've been singing that non-stop since I've watched you wrestle. So I think that's an important thing. We've all got wrestling themes that we love and we come back to and we sing. So big up Quantana for that. And
That's awesome.
Long may it live.
That's awesome. I have a whole bunch of music in my playlist of wrestlers. Is great. Simon says, favorite music for travels in the car.
Great question. So I got a pretty varied music taste, and we'll listen to a whole host of different things. But when it's the wrestling drives, especially in some of the cars that I drive with, especially to the Rev Pro shows, there's a certain playlist that gets put on, and there's a few different things and some controversial songs and some real left field ones. I always go back to Pompey Rock. As a son of Southampton, I've got to say, I don't condone the song, but it was when you're driving with the boys from Portsmouth, somewhat of an anthem for them. There's so much stuff that gets put around in rotation. I think the comedic songs come around a lot because they you can have a laugh and a joke on a however long drive. It's going to make the time go faster, and a lot of just the sing along bangers that we put on. If you're driving back in the middle of the night and everyone's kind of a bit cooked and you're trying to keep the driver awake or stay awake yourself, then put on one of those classic anthems and then get all the boys singing along. That'll keep you awake. So a real varied taste, and some of them probably not really PG and shouldn't be mentioned on the podcast. But whatever it takes to get from town to town.
Too funny. Damn, you guys, so this chat's hot. So Shaw says, I remember when JJ gave me injury advice not too long ago, made my day and something I'll never forget. And all of the social media interactions are just so awesome. Guy deserves the world.
Oh, that's really lovely. Thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, I remember that message. And yeah, you keep rehabbing that injury, and you'll get back to where you want to be and achieve your goals. Keep it up. And I appreciate the support in return, brother. It's really helpful.
Love that. Also says, favorite person to travel with.
God. You find yourself in a load of different cars. I can't do that. I can't single out one person. Can I?
Don't get yelled at.
Exactly.
Why did you say me?
I think a lot of people say their least favorite person to travel with is me, but I got a bit of a bad rep for never getting behind the wheel.
Oh no.
So, but I like to think I'm a good passenger princess.
Okay.
But hey, look, the Pompey boys that I'm usually traveling with up to Rev Pro shows are always a good laugh. But I love to get in the car with anyone. I think you just have this thing when wrestlers get in the car, they know the deal, and you're gonna have a laugh whoever you're in there with. So hey, I can't pick favorites. So I'll be putting myself in a bad position.
Love that. All right, so I have acquired a SmackDown a show. What is it called? Showcase SmackDown game. So I've been playing this with some of the wrestlers, and Jaden Newman, shout out to him. He cut the best promo the other day in Tennessee. And if you haven't watched it, go on my Queen of the Indies Twitter account. And I don't think anybody can top that. So, but we're gonna try. We're gonna pick a card, and we're gonna read it. And you're gonna cut a promo, and they're ridiculous.
Cool. All right, let's go.
Okay. This one won't work because you're sitting down. So because that was about jumping rope. So obviously not. Hold on a second. No, we're not doing this one on the podcast. All right. It's called Doing Time. The speaker must give their promo as if they're in prison.
Okay, and that's it. That's the brief.
You can go however you want, but you have to pretend you're in prison.
Months I've been behind these bars, sitting, thinking, plotting my revenge. I look to my right. It's the Guildford Butcher. I look to my left. It's Harry Milligan. This isn't where I belong. This isn't where I should be. And this is not where I will stay, because when I get out of here, all of this trauma, all of this pain, all of this that I've seen, it's going to be brought with me into the ring. So whoever steps across from me, you don't want to. You don't want to know what's coming your way. You don't want to know the pain. You don't want to know how much this place has messed me up. Seeing the things I've seen, being with the people I have been, I will step in that ring. I will beat you down, and I will put you behind these bars. Hell, I'm going to put myself right back behind these bars with what I'm going to do to you. So watch.
That was awesome. I'll tell you after the podcast the one that I originally drew. I'm not doing that on the podcast. But anyway.
Keep that after with press pause.
That was awesome. So thank you for playing that with us as well. So, all right. So what do you got coming up? Tell the fans so they could come see you.
Cool. We've got loads coming up. We've got a really exciting end to the year. Some of the stuff not announced yet, so I'm going to keep quiet about that until it's out in the world. But some real cool stuff coming up. Obviously, at the moment, all roads lead to Wembley. Like I said, all in weekend, the biggest weekend for British wrestling, arguably the biggest weekend in pro wrestling of the year. AEW obviously at Wembley Stadium with All In on the Sunday. The day before, Rev Pro anniversary show at the OVO Arena, Wembley. Be there, the biggest show in European wrestling history. We've got some huge matches already announced. Jay Joshua, Zack Sabre Jr., Conor Mills challenging for the British Heavyweight Championship, whoever the heavyweight champion is at that point at the moment. Michael Oku. And you can guarantee I'll be on that show. Where I fit on that show, I'm not sure. Like I said, I've been consumed with David Francisco. I've got that out of the way. TK Cooper came and attacked me after my match, so I've got to deal with him. And then we'll find out where I sit on that Wembley card. But that is what's going on at the moment. All roads to Wembley. But Rev Pro, we've got like 4 shows going up before that. We've got London, we've got Coventry, we've got Southampton, we've got Cardiff. So there's a whole host of Rev Pro stuff in the build to Wembley, and it's only going to get hotter, more matches announced, more exciting stuff going on, and great wrestling in between. I think you've got a graphic you're going to throw up, which is probably going to help.
I was doing it as you're going.
Perfect, cool. All the stuff on there as well. Where are we at right now? We're at the end of July. We've got August coming up. It's a lot of Rev Pro stuff. I'm back with Grand Slam Wrestling, I believe, in August. So I'll be defending my championship there. We've got Riot Cabaret the Friday of Wembley weekend. Like I said, that's that big 5-on-5 slam ball 5-a-side match. And there's going to be some surprises for Team Sunshine Machine. So who that is, we don't know yet. I don't know yet. But you can guarantee the franchise is going to be there causing some mischief. Then we're going into October, November. I should say November is the big one. That's where I'm going to be back in the United States, performing for you lovely people over there. Can't wait to get back and get out. And I've got one show with PWJ. There's another show to be announced and potentially more to come. So just keep your eyes on all socials for announcements with that. And then later in the year, some really exciting stuff that I can't announce yet that's coming up as well. Grand Slam Wrestling, like I say, champion there. And we've got a big tour coming up in October. So if you can catch us on tour there, a whole host of stuff coming up. We're busy, and just stay posted with socials for dates and locations for all of that stuff.
I love that. So tell the fans where they can follow you. If they're not following you already, they should be following you, but that's okay.
It's all good. We're making new fans day by day, all over social media at JJ Gale _PW. Like you mentioned, the YouTube, we've got TikTok, we've got Instagram, we've got Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Facebook. We're all over the place. So yeah, check them all out. Keep up to date. Match clips, graphics, dates, all sorts. Went for a vlog era a while ago. I'm not going to claim to be Joe Lando. He's the king of the TikTok vlog, but I gave it a little whirl. Maybe I need to get back into that a bit more, a few more behind the scenes stuff. Maybe I'll do my first one in America.
I was just going to say that you should definitely do that for even like the UK people, so they can kind of like, but even like someone like me, like I love when a lot of my wrestler friends from here, like I'll message them of like, oh, post pictures. Like when Spike went to Japan, like she was posting like even workouts of like them doing the perfect bridges and then like the food that they were eating. So you should definitely make sure that you do some tabs with that. So when we go have IPA and pizza, you have to put it on.
We'll be rolling the vlog then. Hell yeah. All right, I'm back on it.
There you go. So, I love that. Is there anything else you want to share that we didn't touch base on, for the fans?
I don't think so. I think we've kind of touched on all the stuff coming up. I just want to say thank all the fans that are with me on this journey. Like I mentioned earlier, we're nothing without you guys' support. Whether you hate us, love us, shout about us, talk about us on social media. Wrestling's nothing about the fans, and we kind of saw that in COVID, right? It wasn't the same experience. So keep being passionate, keep cheering the people you cheer, boo the people you hate, and express your opinions, good or bad, about what's going on. More positivity, though, I will say. There's that's why I love what you guys are doing, because like I said, there's a lot of negativity in the wrestling space, and I get it. We're all passionate, we all care, we all have strong feelings about it. But hey, positivity is what makes the world go round. So more of that. But thank you for support, and I'll keep doing my thing and trying to entertain you week in, week out.
Love that. All his links are in the description below for easy follow. I got you guys. So next week I'm back with Gio from Ceasefire and Ichiban Wrestling. So we're gonna chat next week. Get that UK stuff going on. So thank you for coming on here and chatting with us a little bit. I'm excited to finally meet you in person.
Absolutely, that's great to be on the show, and look forward to wrestling in the US and having some great pizza and IPA. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. So guys, you know the drill. Stay safe, support independent wrestling, and I'll talk to you guys soon. You guys have a good day.
Feeling miserable.